One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Honda. One man with 4 wheels strapped to a parallel twin engine. The stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Honda motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois. Tired of the side effect of side-by-side hair? Not when you have a Kawasaki. Your love of your Kawasaki Teryx 1000 will save you from side-by-side hair. Enjoy your Kawasaki on all types of terrain and magically eliminate the chance of messy, unwanted side-by-side hair. Go green this summer with Kawasaki. Get your favorite Kawasaki motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
Yeah! Side-by-side hair, just don't care.
Just remember, you've invited the whole pack.
Hold on a minute. Did we hear that right? Dodge is making an electric car?
We're talking hypothetical, right?
Surely you jest. Dodge? You mean the people who devised the legendary 426 Hemi and sunk it into a sublime missile? You mean the Dodge that created the Hellcat Red Eye and the most powerful muscle car in the world? Makers of the 840 horsepower wheel-standing Demon? Why on God's green earth would Dodge ever build an electric car? Anybody? Any thoughts out there? Hello?
we don't have to worry about predators like our ancestors did. No saber-toothed tigers stalking from the brush. No dire wolves circling the camp. There are no more monsters to fear. And so, we have to build our own.
Harley-Davidson builds bikes that are meant to ride. There are vehicles your parents would recommend you drive. Then there are the motorcycles your crazy uncle who gave you fireworks for your birthday tells you to ride. You wouldn't want to let your uncle down, would you? If your need is speed, chrome, and custom paint, check out all of the new and pre-owned bikes at Greenmount Road Harley-Davidson in O'Fallon, Illinois. Don't let your uncle down. Get to Greenmount. Access the largest motorsports inventory in America. We're authorized dealers for Can-Am, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Sea-Doo, and more. Get the best deals these brands have to offer. Browse through our inventory to find exactly what you're looking for. One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. He is looking to destroy high prices. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Kawasaki. One man strapped to a 2021 Terex KRX 1000. The stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Kawasaki motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
If you really want to find out what you're made of, you can forget the personality tests and social media quizzes. Because the only way you're ever going to know is by heading into the big, wild, raging, so damn beautiful it hurts world and finding out for yourself. Were you born to follow a path, or were you born free? These are the things we thought about when we made the new Grand Cherokee. Made for what you're made of.
And what up, Echo Heads? It's Thursday. Yep, I think that checks, right? Thursday.
It does.
And welcome to some middle of the week, Thirsty Thursday AAA NEPA action. I am Nails, as always, and I am here with the fantastic, fabulous Queen. Queen, say hello.
Hello.
Queen, a woman of few words. And also, we've got to focus.
You fed me my line.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. We got to focus running the production on the cams there and giving you all the great graphics, all this great entertainment you're seeing. As always, don't forget, our production here is brought to you by Big St. Charles Motorsports, iHeartRadio, Asterion, Bullpen, Sports Grill, Holzhauer Auto Motorsports. And thank you to all our sponsors out there for helping us continue to bring you all this NEPA action. As always, we will get into the reading of the rules. I was going to have Queen sing them, but I tried that last time and it didn't work out, so I'll just keep reading them. As always, it'll be 8-minute quarters with a 5-minute halftime. Each team will have 4 players on them, so different from last season. We will have 4 players in the arena. You won't have a 5th ready to sub in there in the spawn area. Each team will have 2 2-minute timeouts per match. All right, and we always talked about how last season we love to see the teams use the timeouts. Those are back in force this season, except you have 2 minutes, a little more time to discuss. Overtime is still a golden goal, and as always, no toxic or discriminatory behavior here or anywhere else. Treat each other kindly and treat each other like you would like to be treated. Like, it's that simple. So no reason for anybody to be nasty to each other. We're all out here trying to have a good time, trying to get our echo skills on. Also, I'm always watching and judging. You never know where you're going to find me. I might pop out of an Echo trash can, and then I'll see you just talking madness in a pub, and then I'll partially judge. All right, with that word of warning to all my friends out there, we will get started for tonight over on the Ninjas. Coming in on Orange tonight, we got Ninja Tim, DeWup, Breezebow, and Canada. You know them, you love them. Great lineup for tonight. You're going to see DeWup do some magic out there, as well as Ninja Tim, excuse me, and the New Haven Ninjas coming in tonight without their captain. So I think Canada is going to be picking up the captain role for tonight. And then obviously Breezebow, and then Ninja Tim subbing in for tonight off the PDR. I expect some very fast play. I know last week last week they played Frisco, and it did not go great. So hopefully they took a lot of lessons learned out of that one. Frisco came out pretty hard swinging, and I think they hopefully made some adjustments, and they're ready to try a redemption tour tonight against the Mulberry Reverb. And Queen, who do we got over on Mulberry?
Over on the side of blue, we've got Mulberry Reverb, Salty Raccoon, Tasuna, Connor CC, and Rip Red in the arena.
Awesome. And anything you expect to see out of them in particular for tonight?
I mean, in particular, no. We've got some huge shout outs coming out for Connor CC in chat, though, from On the Black Market. But in particular, no, I'm not quite sure. Honestly, I aren't both of these teams having one obviously having a sub in, but Connor CC I think is also a new pickup, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So I with all of the roster changes, it's, we're seeing something different than we did last season. So it's not just a typical we get to know what's going on just yet.
True. And Mulberry's coming off a pretty heavy-handed win over Vancouver, 75-10. Yikes. So I'm sure they want to keep that streak going. We'll see if the Ninjas made some changes after last week as we get ready to roll in to tonight's game and the countdown that I timed poorly. And we're off. House.
First touch on the disc going to Mulberry Reverb, and it is Rip Red with it, looking at the open goal just outside the bubble, and hits that for the first 3 points.
Right back into it, and they're looking like last week's Reverb team. So early push there, a little bit of a miss. Both teams, I think Ninjas are actually going to get to the disc first at the neutral, but then totally miss it. So that is not great. They are going to pick up the joust advantage here as they kick it over to the far side. Canada looking for options to try and get through the neutral zone, already under heavy pressure, and throws it away to Connor, who's looking to claim the fame that's going on inside the chat. Going to kick it over to Salty. Salty is broken up there by DeWup. DeWup looking at an open goal, 6 it for 3 with the answer from the Ninjas, popping smoke.
Yeah, a quick response there, and with that being a 3, it is now a tie game, only a minute in now, but disc in the hands of Mulberry Reverb. And, man, I poorly timed my countdown as well. All right, Salty Raccoon with it now, though, looking to send it up high. Meets the hands of Connor CC after a few bounces, facing DeWup, though, and DeWup steals that one back, looking for, a quick toss, but sends it right back into the hands of Salty Raccoon.
And Salty there, whoa, gonna get broken up there, but DeWup's gonna pick up the loose disc, send that another long distance 3 in from 23 meters out. Great work there. DeWup is obviously on fire for tonight, so hopefully they can keep that up. But I think they've been doing a decent job here, kind of finding some loose discs, doing some great work at breaking up the plays coming out of the Mulberry Reverb. Queen.
And it is Salty Raccoon looking for a pass option, does not find one. Rip Red getting a hand on the disc momentarily, but does get stunned out. Rip Red able to recollect that after a slap back from Salty Raccoon, looking to buy some time here from that stack. Sends a pass up to Tasuna. Tasuna getting stunned out in the process though. However, Connor CC able to maintain that possession, but only for a moment as the slap ends up in the hands of Ninja Tim and is bounced around towards the top there. Oh no, the stacks are ready for the side of the Reverb, but they were stunned out there. This is Duop taking his time, doing a little move on the post, but a ding off the ding ring, quite frankly. And it's oh, what a save from Salty Raccoon, and the clear is no good. Back into the hands of Ninja Tim.
Ninja Tim there, looking to reset there. Back to Duop, and again, he's here, he's there, he's everywhere. Duop. And just the only player on the team with points right now. They have found a winning formula, feeding it to Duop. But more importantly, I think the Ninjas are just doing a great job of keeping the pressure on the Reverb's side of the arena. Never gave them a chance to get out of that defensive crouch. Continue to find options there, reset, bring it back into the bubble, and try to open up lanes. And Duop again with the steal on the near side, tries to send it back through, gets a hand on it there. Connor right back to Duop again. We've got a fist fight in the near side. Connor kicking it right back out down to Tasuna. Tasuna's looking for options. Far side, we got Rip Red moving forward, doesn't like what they see, sends it back to Salty on the back line. Queen.
And Salty over to Tasuna. Tasuna once more to Connor, who puts that in for 2 points. They are starting to bridge the gap here on that scoreboard, but I will say, Nails, New Haven Ninjas have that rollout red that they keep running, and it keeps getting intercepted, so I do hope Mulberry Reverb begins to change a little bit there on those initial jabs.
They definitely do need to change that up a little bit. Speaking of changing up on the initial joust there, Rip Red sending it right back in. Not going to find any luck there. A little bit wide on the 3. Breezebow and the defense come back on a great move and stack there to pick that up, send it right back over in the blue side arena. And the pressure is back on the Reverb. Queen.
Rip Red with it with 2 defenders on them, looking to send a pass over to Tasuna. Tasuna able to play that one off the bounce, but does just quickly send it down into the bubble. There is 2 players in the area. Rip Red with it now. 3 approaching defenders. Oh no, he gets stunned out and loses the disc to Ninja Tim. Ninja Tim sending it in the near side tunnel all the way down. Picked up now by Ninja Tim. I believe I had some yeah, it was. Breezebow puts that in as well. I've got a glitch. Canada permanently has the disc on my Spark currently.
Perfect. Just Canada. Again, Canada passes to Canada. Canada gets still. Canada with the steal. Canada sends another long pass to Canada. Canada for the goal. It's Canada here tonight.
And what that is, Salty Raccoon up high to Tasuna. Tasuna over to Rip Red. Rip Red looking at almost a 3v1 pass, a little bit off the mark there. Breezebow able to get a hand on it momentarily. Oh no, Connor CC stunning him out, but that again is a little bit of a scuffle for the disc going on here. Tasuna looking to maintain this possession though, sends it back to Connor. Connor back all the way to Salty Raccoon, and very wise on their part, playing this one slow, allowing the defense to return home. Duop bites on that. They've got numbers advantages here, but the pass slightly off the mark as they approach goal. Rip Red with it now from under the goal, puts it in for 2 points.
And 2 points there. Right back in it, keeping it a close game here. But so far, I think the momentum and the tempo of this game has been controlled by the Ninjas. The Reverb looking for options to turn this back around. Haven't quite found the answer yet, but they're staying within spitting distance and not letting this game run away from them here. Trying to keep that pressure on the Ninjas, as Ninja Tim sends a long clear down the center. It's going to get intercepted there by the Reverb. Tasuna at midfield, kicking it back to Rip. Rip over to the near side. Connor floating down to the center, trying to find some options. Right back to Rip Red. They're great stop by Ninja Tim right in front of the goal there. Going to turn that right back around. Here comes the stack. Ninja himself comes back through, or herself comes back through and grabs that 60 through the near side tunnel. We're off to the races. We got a loose disc here as Rip Red kicks it back to the goal. It's going to take a bad bounce there, and we got ourselves a loose disc inside the bubble as Reverb tries to recover and reset. Queen.
Salty Raccoon sending a pass over to Connor CC, who was under pressure from Duop, and Duop's got the disc now. This is dangerous, y'all. They've got 2 in the bubble. ready for some passes there, but Duop is doing some moves on the wall, looking for a long shot, a little bit ambitious there. But Canada is able to recollect that one, however, does get stunned out by Rip Red. Rip Red able to chase this one down, sends the clear. They've got stacks in the area. Ooh, some wonky bounces and a little bit of a misread from the stack there. But Salty Raccoon doing work to maintain this possession here. Oh no, another missed pass. This team's got to slow down a little bit. They keep doing that for themselves here. And there is another one, but that one's it almost was a turn. CC able to snag that one back. Tasuna with it now, sends it over to Connor, and Connor puts that one in the goal for 2 points. Now only down by 1.
And great work by Connor there to save that play. They're going to lose the disc, and right as they're getting ready to clear it out, Connor's in the right time, gets the hands up and grabs that disc right out of the air, turns it right back into offensive push, bringing them back within 1 here as we get ready to roll to the end of the first quarter. Coming out on the QB there, Ninja Tim again on the rollout down to Canada. Canada tries to send one through the bottom. Rip Red's there to read it. Got to get out to the sides there. 5 seconds left here. Doesn't look like anything's going to happen. And no, we're going to go back into the end of the first quarter, 10-9. We take a quick commercial break. Be right back. This is Nail Biter. 10-9. 10-9. Hot.
Hold on a minute. Did we hear that right? Dodge is making an electric car?
We're talking hypothetical, right?
Surely you jest. Dodge? You mean the people who devised the legendary 426 Hemi and sunk it into a sublime missile? You mean the Dodge that created the Hellcat Red Eye and the most powerful muscle car in the world? Makers of the 840 horsepower wheel-standing Demon? Why on God's green earth would Dodge ever build an electric car? Anybody? Any thoughts out there? Hello?
All right, we are back and we are rocking and rolling into our second quarter of our first game of the night. New Haven Ninjas versus Mulberry Reverb. It is currently 10-9 in favor of the Ninjas, but still anyone's game. We've got 3 more quarters left to go here. First touch on the disc going over to the Ninjas. First possession, though, is still up in the air. However, it looks like it's going to be Mulberry Reverb as Connor CC takes that one, clears it out through the near side tube. Stacks are in the area, but a little misread there. However, Salty Raccoon able to pick that one up and does put it in the goal for 2 more points. And I believe this is the first time since their first goal that they've had a little bit of a lead.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first lead they've had, yeah, like you said, from the very beginning after that first 3. And right now, I mean, you look at the stats, I mean, possession time clearly in favor of the Mulberry Reverb, right? But the points at the time were indicating that they are just controlling the flow of the Ninjas. And really what we've seen there is Dewup doing a lot of magic, sinking some long-distance threes, and really getting on a momentum flow for the Ninjas. They are outstunning the Mulberry Reverb. There is a work into the bubble. Salty comes out there, meets the offense head on, and puts the stops on that play. But the momentum right now is starting to turn in favor of the Mulberry Reverb. Queen.
Yeah, and it is Tasuna able to quickly snag that one on the attempted clear. Rip Red sending this one all the way back to Salty Raccoon to maintain this possession. They are underneath some pressure, though, as Dewup is way pushed out of the bubble. Connor CC with it now, doing some jukes around the boot to get around Ninja Tim. Do they have any options? They do, in the form of Tasuna, who puts that one in from shoulder for 2 more points.
And great read there from the Mulberry Reverb, really to work their way inside the bubble, starting to make some of those passes connect. We're not seeing as many loose discs out of them. They're really, again, we talked about possession time, right? They're really making those passes count, really trying to work their way into the bubble there with the building blocks of Echo in order to find that lane, open it up, and make those short 2-pointers, break open those plays like there, like Rip Red just did to punish those long passes. And Connor's going to punish the Ninjas for not having a goalie back there as he finds a long distance 3-pointer from 18 meters out. And that right there is how you turn the tempo of the game.
It is indeed. And you know, there's a saying you can watch teams and you'll just know some teams aren't a first round team. I don't know if that's necessarily what was happening or if they took their time in the first round to figure out what their opponent was doing. But whatever changes they were looking to make or what changes they did make, it is working in their favor here. However, a little bit of a turnover there. Oh, but not for long. Connor CC coming back and still taking this one. Sends a pass over to Tsuna, but does not quite meet its mark there. And this is in the hands of Canada for real this time, though. But Canada's clear, no good, into the hands of Salty Raccoon. Salty Raccoon over to Tsuna, who's underneath some pressure, sends a pass over to Connor CC on the ceiling. From the ceiling over to Rip Red once more to Tsuna. What a beautiful passing play in the bubble.
And great work there, just reading the defense there on that great cut. Sends it right back to the clock there, right back in front, and then from the far side, dumps it in. That is some great calm from that team, and they're really starting to click, like you said. I think they just needed the first quarter to kind of warm up.
Without a doubt, and what a read there as Salty Raccoon stops that, gets it cleared back in the area. They've got all 4 players zooming in here. Oh no, but Connor CC loses the disc to Duop. Duop looking for a clear through the far side tunnel. It does make it through. There is players in the area home for Mulberry Reverb, and it's Tsuna getting a hand on it, sending a back pass very wisely to Salty Raccoon, looking to maintain this possession. They're working it up the arena with passing. Connor CC, oh, I think that was a pass to the stack. However, Duop gets in that lane and stops that one. Duop looking up high for Canada. Canada doing some moves there with no one around. Sends it over to Ninja Tim, who puts that one in for 2 points.
Nice work. And that was great resiliency coming out of the Ninjas there. What I was going to say before was, you know, they have got to keep that pressure on, and they've got to draw those stacks out so that, I mean, that long clear Duop sent, you know, they had players in the bubble because they have an 8-point lead, so they can afford to, you know, leave a couple players back, maybe bring them forward slowly, maybe leave a perma goalie, right, to really kind of keep that lead from shrinking. But they've got to work their way in there, put 2 pointers on the board just like that so they can close this gap and force them to bring 4 players forward and open up those long clears and those long shots for people like Duop who've just got that dialed in for those long distance threes. Queen.
But a missed pass puts the disc back in the hand of the New Haven Ninjas, and clear it down.
There it is.
Home for the Mulberry Reverb, and it is Canada with it on the drive. It is good, and there's 2 more points.
Oh, Canada. 2 points. Stuck it. And you'll see there, I mean, that's exactly what they were hoping for, right? They get that long clear. They've got all 4 players from the Reverb forward, get a nice long clear through the side, get the stacks forward, and then have that time to basically drop that 2 in before the defense gets set. Maybe I think Canada maybe waited a little bit too long, but still made the points happen. So I think maybe they were eyeing a 3-pointer there, saw the defense come back in. There was nothing for it. And they come right back with an answer with another 2 points there. I think that was Tsuna maybe. And Canada's going to get a hand on it as it's going in, maybe off the helmet, taking them back out to a 6-point lead.
Oh, it was actually Rip Red on that goal. Rip Red put that one in.
Yeah, like I said, Rip Red.
That's exactly what I said.
That's exactly what I said. What are you talking about?
Oh no, a little missed pass here from the side of the Ninjas on that rollout. However, Ninja Tim able to recollect this one, and it was a close call, but the pass again slightly off the mark here. You can tell that they are slightly feeling the pressure here by their play. A lot of times when you feel the pressure of the scoreboard, you begin to have a little bit more panic in your play. And oh my, Connor behind the back. 2 more points for Mulberry Reverb.
Ooh. Still not out of reach here. I think the Ninjas are doing a great job of keeping the Reverb within reach. And what they need to do, we got 90 seconds left here. They got to get a 3-pointer or a couple 2s to close this gap a little bit so that there's, you know, they keep the Reverb coming out into the second half. Still kind of on their defensive, you know, crouch, not quite able to kind of move forward and get into that real comfortable play where you've got a great lead and you start taking a lot more risk. And then another shot there, it's going to come off the ding ring there from DeWup. Connor's going to pick it up. Still 60 seconds left here in the half as they're looking for a reattempt here. Gets picked up in the near side tunnel. Tasuna sends a long. Oh, Rip Red sends a long one, and Canada cannot get the hands up in time, and that's going to take him out to an 11-point lead. That stings. Right, rolling in the half.
It does sting indeed, but Mulberry Reverb now just kind of running on a tear here, shutting down a lot of the offensive rollouts. We've got a lot of missed passes coming in from New Haven Ninjas in the last few minutes of just this quarter. Oh no, Ninja Tim loses that to Connor CC, and no one is home. That's another 3.
Yeah, they need to change their rollout game plan here for the Ninjas. Their mail's getting red right now. When you start getting that much pressure, which they've been seeing here really for the whole second quarter, in their own backfield, that is indicative of an offense, or really a defense in this case, that has read your offense. And here comes the stack again. Connor right there to put the pressure on Ninja Tim.
Oh no.
And before they can get through the tunnel, looking like another, good save by Canada, catching that off the ding ring. Nice work. Got lucky on that one, and that will take us into the end of the first half with a 14-point lead, commanding lead, going to the Mulberry Reverb. We'll take a quick break. We'll talk about what we saw.
If you call one of us, just remember, you've invited the whole pack.
We don't have to worry about predators like our ancestors did. No saber-toothed tigers stalking from the brush. No dire wolves circling the camp. There are no more monsters to fear. And so, we have to build our own.
Hi, we're back. We're back. 2 thumbs up. We're back. All right, so welcome back from the halftime break, or from the halftime commercial break. Welcome to the halftime analysis show, brought to you by Big St. Charles Motorsports. I am still Nails. I am here with Queen.
Still Queen.
And still Queen. Still got to focus on the cams and production. So rolling into the first half here, I mean, we saw the New Haven Ninjas, saw the Mulberry Reverb come out early with a 3-pointer at the very beginning of the game, and then they didn't lead again, basically until what was it, like beginning of first quarter, beginning of second quarter, middle of second quarter. And we started to watch them come out in the lead, and then they've been controlling the tempo this entire time. They figured out some changes there with their passes. They're rolling out their backline there, and really more importantly, they've just been doing a great job of reading the backline and the rollouts for the Ninjas, who have not made a big change there on that backline rollout. I think I saw somebody else. I think I saw DeWup take the QB one time. And right now they are breaking them up in the midfield and catching them in transition. And then the Mulberry Reverb are just steamrolling forward into the bubble and finding those open pockets and open lanes there before the defensive stacks can get back. There's got to be a change on the Ninja side of the house on their rollouts and their strategy that allows him to get past those rush jobs from Connor right up the middle and working those clears around the outside of the arena instead of through the center. Everything they've sent through the center, high, low, or medium, is getting picked up by either Connor or Rip Red or Tasuna. And right now they have got to find some breathing room where they can work their way into the bubble and find those lanes to allow DeWup to clear a couple threes, close the gap down, and then punish the defense with twos, work your way inside the bubble and earn it. Queen?
Yeah, I mean, one other thing too, we've seen their QB, which I think predominantly is Ninja Tim over on the side of New Haven Ninjas tonight. Mm-hmm. We've seen their QB lose the disc a few times. And one thing I will say that I learned, I believe it was last week, from B-Love. B-Love acknowledged the fact that he had lost the disc a few times, and totally not instinctive for you to change your QB mid-game. Like, let me just say, if that had to happen to me, I would probably panic on my team. Just out of the nature of the position, like you don't, that's something that you sit and you practice. You have your rollouts down. You've got that first pass, in the bag, so to speak. And so it worked for B-Love and his team when he said, I just realized I was kind of tapped out for a second and I needed someone to take the spot, and they were able to come back and take a win there. So maybe just a change on position and people will help them to work the disc down again.
Yeah, definitely. And I've seen that before. And I mean, that maybe, why we saw DeWup there take the QB for a hot second, just kind of give Ninja Tim a break and kind of reset that body clock. And, where you're getting punished a lot by that defense coming forward. Give him some time, to do a couple of those rollouts and find some breathing room, reset their clock, and then get back into it there as a quick turnover. Again, inside the bubble that time, though, Rip Red, good grab by DeWup with those giant arms, grabbing that one off the shield. Queen, over to you.
And it is Canada with it now. Canada looking for a pass over to Breezebo, but does not meet the mark there. Salty Raccoon able to recover this one for the side of Reverb. Sends it over to Tasuna. Tasuna not having too many passing lanes or options. Looking to buy some time. Does send it over to Rip Red. Rip Red looking for a pass up high, but a Geo got in the way. Who put that there? Who put that there? Canada able to steal this one back, though. Sends a pass over to DeWup on the ceiling. DeWup on the ceiling doing some moves. 2 defenders on them. 3 defenders on them. Avoids them all, though, and gets 2 more points on the board.
It's a DeWup ballet. Bringing that magic in. And, that, like, obviously you want to open up those lanes and give the ability for your teammates to work your way in there. But there's something to be said for somebody doing that to you. If you have the ability to put those jukes on and really getting in the head of the other team and messing with their mental a little bit to kind of take them off that mojo and that momentum. And there it is again, a little bit of a scuffed rollout from Mulberry that might have worked out, and Canada picks that up, sends it down to the bottom, but Tasuna's quick back to pick that up. Can't quite get it there through the near side tunnel. It's going to get bottled up there in the trap. Why they call it that. Tasuna again picks it up, sends it through Breezebo there on the back line. Able to read that. Now there's some options coming through to off the floor. Gets jumped by 3 Reverb as they send it right back into the orange side bubble. It's a race into the bubble. Can't quite get that 2-pointer there. They're going to take a lucky bounce. Ninja Tim grabs it, but goes right to Salty as Salty kicks it right back on the offensive. Rip Red down low. Can't connect. Loose disc through the center. Ooh, good pick up there by Rip Red. Drops it back to the back line. Salty, Queen, over to you.
Salty Raccoon looking for Connor CC on the wall there. Connor CC has a stack on them, but able to get a pass down low to Tasuna. Tasuna looking for a shot. No way! The save was good, but Connor steals it back and puts that one in for 2 more points. Might I mention, with a defender literally on their toes.
Yeah, good. I mean, beware the Connor. You never know where the Connor is going to come from. I think The Connor. I think Plato said that back in the day, or maybe it might have been Sun Tzu. Anyways, Salty Raccoon over to Suna, and again another turnover here on the rollout. Oh no, Rip Red dialed in, sends a heater from 25 meters. I made a rhyme.
Yeah, you
at
did.
18 per second. Send that heater from 25 meters. Rip Red. Dude, you're welcome. I just made you a commercial for your social media page. Send that heater from 25 meter. Rip Red.
It is now
Copyright Nails 2023.
2023. Just a random, just the whole year. That was another disruption on that rollout there for the side of New. What caused the disruption and eventually resulted in the turnover again was QB losing possession there. Like I said before, scream it from the rafters. Might be time to change your positions. New Haven Ninjas, put someone in a new spot. Get something fresh out there. You might see something new from Ninja Tim if you throw him in the downfield. Oh no, and that is another giveaway here as Mulberry takes possession now. It is Tasuna on the floor looking for options, but decides to wisely back this one out to Salty Raccoon underneath pressure from Duup. Sends it over to Connor CC. Connor CC just at fringe of bubble. Looks down low for Tasuna. Tasuna in the goal. Canada got a hand on it momentarily. However, game still registers points, and points are points here. So Mulberry Reverb take 2 more.
The Ninjas, stop sending your clears through the center, please. Like high, medium, or low. They are getting picked off. Go to the sides. Go to the sides. Not through the center. To up there. Get lucky. But you know what? I just helped them out. The casting curse came in. They're like, well, we'll show you. Look at that. That worked. Get picked off there in the bubble. On the float in, Breezebo's not able to connect on it there. Rip Red's going to send that through the near side tunnel. Here comes a defensive stack on their way back. Breezebo, good pick up there. Great 3-man chain coming back to pick that up. It gets bottled up in the trap. Immediate turnover there. Tasuna immediately bringing the pressure from the Reverb. Here they come again. Connor, CC, beware the Connor. Quote unquote Plato. Circa 200 BC, I think is when he was around. Beware the Connor. I say
is that
it
even
to
a thing? Are you making this up? I feel like
that Plato said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was either Plato or like Aristotle. It was one of the two.
Stop it! I feel like you're messing with me.
I say it to thee, bewareth the Connor.
That is another disruption and another turnover in these rollouts coming from the New Haven Ninjas. They can't afford these mistakes at this point. Possession back in the hands of Mulberry Reverb as Rip Red sends it over to Connor CC. Connor CC slam dunking it from the backside of the goal for 2 more points. And,
I mean, I told you, like 428 BC. Maybe it's 200 BC. I don't remember. Plato and Aristotle, they were like high-fiving, and they're like, yo, beware the Connor? Yeah, for real, dude, beware the Connor. Write it down. This will be useful in like 2,000, 2,400 years. It'll be dope. And sure enough, that's what happened. And, on the rollout here, looking to get back in the bubble again. Duup getting stopped here. Duup trying to do some magic. Here comes the ballet. Finds that lane with some help from a teammate. Stunning out the goalie there. Duup drops 2. They're going to need a lot more than that. More importantly, they need to do that consistently on every single rollout by changing their rollout so that they can get to the blue side bubble and allow Duup and Breezebo to score. Queen, over to you.
I couldn't agree more, but we've got a rollout here from Mulberry. Rip Red holding it there, looking to draw out the defense. The pass just off the mark there, and that's going to result in a turnover as Ninja Tim picks that up. But oh no, Tasuna able to steal it back, sends it over to Connor CC. Beware the Connor. I think that's what the catchphrase is.
Yeah. Beware the Connor.
We have accents now?
Yeah. I'm rolling everything in.
I like it. I like it. Disc in the hands of New Haven Ninjas. Another wonky rollout there, but works in their favor as Breezebo on the ceiling has the disc, sends it over to Duup. Duup able to take that one in with the slam dunk for 2 more points. But they can't afford exchanging goals at this point in time. They're going to have to apply the pressure and make their rollouts work out when they've got the disc in their favor. But We've got Mulberry Reverb with it now. 13 seconds on the clock. Can they make anything of it? We've got disc in the hands of Salty Raccoon. Quickly over to Rip Red over to Connor CC. Connor CC looking at a 2v1 here. Oh, Tasuna goes to take the shot and gets stunned out. That is the end of our third quarter. We will be right back, bringing you your fourth.
And we are back. Welcome to the fourth and final quarter here with a 24-point handy lead here for the Mulberry Reverb. And it has been the Connor show. Get it to the Connor! Yeah, that's all I had. I mean, it's been Connor this entire time. Roland, I mean, the chat was right. And on the black market, yeah, clearly has done a lot of Connor study because Connor right now with 23 points, 2 assists, 2 steals, doesn't count hockey assists, and 16 stuns there. Really, the biggest piece here, I think, something that the Mulberry Reverb is doing very, very well is just breaking up the plays coming out of the Ninjas. Every time the Ninjas look like they're about to get on a sprint over to the blue side of the arena, they get stuffed. And either there's a breakup, there's a long pass they're trying to send, they try to clear through the center. Everything they're coming up with, Mulberry Reverb has an answer for, and they're turning it into points right now, and a lot of those points are coming from Connor. So fourth quarter here, they've got to make some changes. Again, neutral joust here going to the Reverb. Over to the clock, Salty, putting a little salt shaker on it for another 2 points, and that puts them to 46. Quick work there by the Reverb.
Very quick work by the Reverb. And man, if you're on the side of the New Haven Ninjas, that's not how you wanted to start off this fourth quarter. But they've got an opportunity to put the arena in their control here, and they can do it. Ninja Tim over to Duup. Looking for a long pass, but it does not meet Canada. Canada able to recover it off the bounce there, though. Sends a pass over to Duup. Duup looking at a 1v2. Oh, no. Loses the disc with a little bit of mishandle there. But Ninja Tim almost in the area. However, stacks come in for the side of Mulberry Reverb. And the attempted clear is good as Rip Red picks that up off the bounce and puts it in for 2 more points.
Yeah, a little bit of time there for the back sacks to get together for the Ninjas. Not quite able to chase that disc down in time. Looks like, looking at the mini map, just a little bit slow coming out of there. I didn't see if there were any stuns there, but you know, the entire all 4 the Reverb right now push forward, and you know, that's something hard for the Ninjas right now, especially because there's such a handy lead here for the Reverb that they're going to bring all 4 players every single time. Ooh, little bit of windmill action, but Tasuna's going to read that, put the stop on the fairgrounds for the amusement park rides. That's what I was getting at there as they try to. Great stop by Breezebow. Trying to get rid of it. Doesn't go far. They're right back on the defense here as the Reverb get it back to Salty. Salty's going to take some time and look for another option here. Floating around by the double diamond. Plenty of time, plenty of lead for them to play with. Being very, very patient here, running the clock. They know what they're doing. Salty now under pressure by DeWup. It's going to kick it over to Rip. Rip bringing it in. Tries to get a cut across there to Connor. Can't quite get a handle on it, but Connor's going to get right back and pick that up. Great movement out of Connor all night tonight. Over to the far side. Rip Red coming in. Finds their way past the goalie. The little bit of disc movement and keep away, and going to put another 2 on. They have hit 50.
They have hit 50 indeed, and what a play there. Mulberry Reverb doing a lot of work to maintain possession, even when defense causes them to lose the disc momentarily. Just absolutely beautiful work from them. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, you guys. You can't afford this. New Haven Ninjas losing the disc not once, but twice off that QB joust there again. However, the shot off the mark there, but able to be collected by Rip Red over to Connor CC on the shield and into the goal for 2 more points.
Yeah, that was disappointing. The rollout there, the loss, the recovery, the loss again. They've just got to try something different, man. They're right now it's 20-52. Try some new tactics. and some new strategy. It's not going to cost you anything. You're at a 32-point deficit right now. Find something that works for you, that starts putting points on the board. You can choose anything, be different, do something that's going to make them not read what you've been doing there, and you don't get into a fist fight every single time here in the trap as Connor takes it away. He tries to send another long 3 in. Canada, good pickup there, drops it back to DeWup. DeWup is going to do some magic, try to get away. Rip Red reading DeWup's moves there. It's a dance off, and Rip Red won that one. Takes a good 3 from outside the bubble, putting them up to 55.
Yeah, and Mulberry Reverb did attempt something new there. They had a man stack and man looking to pull off there after mid, trying to give this stack a passing lane, but it did not work for them. What in the what?
I don't know what that was. I think maybe they were gonna do a pass back because one was stuck in the tunnel. I don't quite know what that. Well, you know what? Whatever you tried, note it. Like didn't work. Try something new. That's good. I like this. I like that you guys are trying something different. Keep doing it. Tasuna there puts another 2 on. Find out why that didn't work, and then if you guys want to try it again, do it. But make sure it works. If you want to try something new, try something new. But that's what you need to be doing right now: is find something that works for your team, and you can cross that one off the list probably.
I think it's safe to say that one's definitely crossed off the list here. But let's see what they've got now. A headbutt joust coming in from DeWup. DeWup able to get that off of the bounce there. Connor CC stunned at Diamond.
Oh, too long.
Playing too long. Way too long. Connor CC takes that one back and puts it in the goal for 3 points.
Yeah, DeWup had, I forgot who came back to stun out Connor, but Connor was stunned out. DeWup alone there at the Diamond. Get rid of the disc. You have about 5-ish seconds before that disc has got to move out of your hands, or you're going to be facing pressure. It's a little bit too long there.
DeWup with it now as QB looking to send a long pass down. That one does make it through mid successfully into the hands of Breezebow. Breezebow to Ninja Tim. Ninja Tim into the goal, and that's what I was saying. Put Ninja Tim at the end. Put someone else's QB. Look to see what you can. Look for the gold you can find out of your teammates. If they're having a strange game, pull gold out of somewhere else. Yep. Put them somewhere else, and you will see that you can shine in a different position. And that's exactly what they did. They needed to do that 2 quarters ago.
Write that down. That one worked. That was a good rollout. Oh, that was a great Ninja Tim coming for redemption. Sticky gloves.
Yeah, without a doubt. And like I said, it can be weird to change your position to do something like that mid-game, but when you've got that stale consistency going, it does not hurt. Doing some more moves here with 2 defenders on them. Very interestingly, this is how they previously lost the disc and just did
there it
so
is
again. And this is Connor CC picking this one up in the top trap area, that looking for a pass or a shot. Either way, neither of them worked. The clear is not good though, as they send it straight into the hands of Salty Raccoon. Salty Raccoon on the back line over to Tasuna. Tasuna into the goal, but the shot is denied there. Great save coming in from the New Haven Ninjas. Connor CC picking it up again, but Canada said, give me that, and looks for a clear. Nice. They got stabbed. Area DeWup looking for a long clear against the flat backboard there, but Connor able to get a hand on it, sends it up to Salty Raccoon. Salty Raccoon with DeWup in front of them, sends the clear down the mid, but does not quite make it out. However, Rip Red there to finish the job, looking for a shot. Oh no, just skimmed the shield there. Connor CC overshooting it, and that puts it in the hands of Ninja Tim for the side of the New Haven Ninjas.
Great clear that time. Canada there. Ooh, Salty, long arms. Wow, dude, that was a reach down. Great grab, but I mean the play and the rollout there for the New Haven Ninjas, that was good. Cleared it through the near side of the tunnel, had the stack in play to pick that up there. Just some great goalie work and backline work by Salty Raccoon there. Not much you can do with that, but great steal. You can do a lot with that as Ninja picks it off, tries to get rid of it. Salty again, everywhere. Stop it. Got a teleporter on that kid. Ripper there from the near side shoulder coming in. Trying to do some of that magic, use the Geo, and that's going to get red all day here. Sent through the near side tunnel. We got ourselves a loose disc, 22 seconds left. Canada in front of the ceiling, looking for options. Sends that Maple Leaf over to Ninja Tim, and Ninja Tim drops it in for a 3.
3 points. They definitely needed that, but they do not have enough time. This game is comfortably in the hands of Mulberry Reverb.
It does indeed, and or it is indeed there, as that takes us to the end of the match. That will clear it out, 60-25. And just like that, you see that's a slow game for the Mulberry Reverb come back and turn into a heavy-handed win over the New Haven Ninjas. I think at the end of the fourth quarter there, we started to see a little bit of sunlight there for the New Haven Ninjas. Too little, too late, but definitely something. They can take into the next game and continue to take those lessons learned. Like you said, sometimes you have to take one of your players up front there. In this case, they moved to back, who's one of their heavy shooters, and just make a change. Let it roll. Find something that works while the point gap is still close. Do what you did fourth quarter, but do that in the second quarter. All right, where the point gap is still slim, and you can find ways where the team that you're playing doesn't have the ability to take so much risk that even if you get through, it's arguable whether or not they care, right? Because they've got so many points on a pad that they're not really worried about you closing the gap. If the gap is still close, right, you force them to change their strategy and change their play, which opens up more opportunities for you moving forward, and ways to keep their team off balance. But that decision has to be made early, and that's just what we didn't see out of the New Haven Ninjas tonight, and they paid for it to the tune of 35 points. For the Mulberry Reverb, I mean, then once the second quarter rolled around, they figured out what worked. They figured out how to put the brakes on the Ninjas rollouts and turn those to points. Great passing on their part, some great cut passes, some great backline play from Salty and Tasuna as well, breaking up those plays. But the star of the game in my mind was Connor. Connor was here, there, everywhere, making the magic happen, sending in threes, sending in twos, breaking up plays, and doing some outstanding work. Chat called it. Connor is my vote for the Stuntman Award, brought to you by Holtzauer Auto Motorsports.
Yeah,
Cool.
I couldn't agree more. But I do have to say, a huge shout out to the entire team. There's things the stat board does not show. Salty maintained the possession on the back line countless times. Every time there was a clear, Salty Raccoon had that maintain possession for the side of Mulberry and give another opportunity to push bubble. All over the board, you've got Tasuna with 8 assists. Tasuna was literally in bubble, playing the game as a team player. You've got Rip Red, who is sending it like nobody's business. So the entire team doing a fantastic job, but Connor CC making their debut, so to speak, here in the AAA series this season, and absolutely coming out strong. This is the second game I've seen Connor CC do this in. I'm blown away. This just goes to show you that you can have new players haven't heard of or seen at this type of skill level. They can step in and they can be good as the players who have been watching the past 2 seasons. So yeah, for sure my vote too.
Totally
After my
agree.
long-winded answer.
It was shorter than mine, my friend, so I will not throw any spears your way. And with that, we will get ready to roll over to the interview. We're going to take a quick break. We'll roll over to the interview channel. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, and we'll be talking to your Mulberry Reverb, who walked away with the W tonight. And welcome back to the post game. I'm still Nails. I'm still here with Queen and to focus. And also, we brought the entire Mulberry Reverb team. Congrats, guys. A great win tonight. And just outstanding job all around. Before we get into it, congrats to you, Connor, for the
my bad.
Stuntman Award and
Thank
taking that
you.
home for tonight. Outstanding job. Get to the Kana. I just like saying that, but that's kind of my jam. Anyways, you guys, congrats. Also, tell us about, tonight we saw you guys kind of come out at the very beginning, that first 3-pointer. We saw some heavy-handed answers come from the Ninjas, and they kind of took the lead there rolling into the end of the first quarter. And then second quarter, something clicked with you guys where you really started to get on the train there, take the lead back, and then start to run away with the game. Tell me what changed there in the second quarter.
We definitely had a slow start coming in because there was a bit of a struggle getting everyone into the same lobby. Invites weren't working in-game. I hadn't ever needed Spark before, so I had to learn how Spark worked.
Welcome to my world, buddy.
I only managed to get in like 15 to 20 minutes before the game started, so we all were just kind of sitting still for a little too long, so we had that slow start going in. But once it clicked, and we were able to start running away with it.
That it did. Were you guys making some adjustments on the fly, or were you guys kind of just letting your natural momentum and your kind of team cohesion just kind of get itself figured out, or were you making any like verbal, basically like, hey, we need to fix this, we need to fix this, we need to change this, or was it just a matter of letting that happen?
We had to change our play style a bit. We usually run a sort of a double stack defense, but we had to switch to man because we were playing on a Dallas server this time around, and our front stack, being not very close to Dallas, was going to be a lot slower this time. I had to play further back because I knew I wasn't going to get that support coming back to bubble. We had to change it a lot, and that also affected our start a little bit. But once we got used to it, it was all good.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
So you guys knew that based on the server that you were going to be getting slowed down a little bit. Is that something you anticipate normally, or is that something you just adjust to on the fly?
We anticipate it usually, knowing which server we're going to be playing on.
Very interesting. I had not. That's not something I had known before or heard of. So thanks for teaching me something new. I'm learning all the time. Never stop learning. Hashtag. So for also tonight, you guys were doing some great work breaking up the Ninjas plays and their rollouts. Again, was that something that was a conscious effort, or is that your play style was more working out, or were you guys making those calls like, hey, they're doing this every time, let's see if we can break this play up?
Well, we scrimmed them right before the game. So we kind of had warmed up with them, so they knew ours a little bit. We knew them a little bit, but ultimately it was just us adapting like we do with most games with scrims.
Good. And we've seen how much adaptation helps teams here, especially in Echo, as everybody's watching everybody's film and getting ready to make the changes, especially coming out of a scrim with the team you just played there that, they clearly know your play style and what they're going to see there. So you got to make that decision on the fly there of whether or not you're going to change anything up. So that said, you guys coming off a very hefty win last week as well. Were you guys rolling in 2-0, I think, right now? Is that correct?
2-1.
No,
Yeah, we lost to Slither.
Okay, so lost to Slither. I'm not biased at all. But the rolling into the rest of the season here, you guys are off to a great start. Big changes moving forward. Are you guys thinking about making any strategic changes? You guys happy with where you're at? You still think you got some work to do? What's going on?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's fair, my friend. That is fair. I think Aristotle also said that back in the day. So, if it ain't broketh, don't fix it. So with that, congratulations tonight, guys, on a great win. Any parting shots? Favorite Slurpees?
Victory
Slurpee. I like it. Fantastic, guys. Nice work tonight. Congrats. Best of luck next week. And looking forward to see you guys do more outstanding work moving forward. And then Connor, I haven't seen you play a whole lot, but outstanding job tonight as well. The chat was blowing you up, and they were right.
Yeah, Connor.
All right, guys, take care. Thanks for joining us. And for all our Echo fans out there, don't go anywhere. We got one more game for you tonight. We got the Smoke versus the Royals coming up in about 15 minutes. Stick around, get some popcorn, and refill your drinks for this Thirsty Thursday, AAA NEPA. We'll be right back. Aspen Sparrows versus the Slither. I said Smoke versus Royals. Yeah, that's what I said. Aspen Sparrows versus Slither. You guys, there's some lag in the in delay in
I
the
heard it.
broadcast.
I heard it.
Yeah. See, they're backing me up.
Yeah.
See, yeah. All right, I'm gonna go now.
One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Honda. One man with 4 wheels strapped to a parallel twin engine. The stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Honda motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois. Tired of the side effect of side-by-side hair? Not when you have a Kawasaki. Your love of your Kawasaki Teryx 1000 will save you from side-by-side hair. Enjoy your Kawasaki on all types of terrain and magically eliminate the chance of messy, unwanted side-by-side hair. Go green this summer with Kawasaki. Get your favorite Kawasaki motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
Yeah! Side-by-side hair, just don't care.
If you call one of us, just remember, you've invited the whole pack.
Hold on a minute. Did we hear that right? Dodge is making an electric car?
We're talking hypothetical, right?
Surely you jest. Dodge? You mean the people who devised the legendary 426 Hemi and sunk it into a sublime missile? You mean the Dodge that created the Hellcat Red Eye and the most powerful muscle car in the world? Makers of the 840 horsepower wheel-standing Demon? Why on God's green earth would Dodge ever build an electric car? Anybody? Any thoughts out there? Hello?
We don't have to worry about predators like our ancestors did. No saber-toothed tigers stalking from the brush. No dire wolves circling the camp. There are no more monsters to fear. And so, we have to build our own.
Harley-Davidson builds bikes that are meant to ride. There are vehicles your parents would recommend you drive. Then there are the motorcycles your crazy uncle who gave you fireworks for your birthday tells you to ride. You wouldn't want to let your uncle down, would you? If your need is speed, chrome, and custom paint, check out all of the new and pre-owned bikes at Greenmount Road Harley-Davidson in O'Fallon, Illinois. Don't let your uncle down. Get to Greenmount. Access the largest motorsports inventory in America. We're authorized dealers for Can-Am, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Sea-Doo, and more. Get the best deals these brands have to offer. Browse through our inventory to find exactly what you're looking for. One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. He is looking to destroy high prices. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Kawasaki. One man strapped to a 2021 Terex KRX 1000. The stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Kawasaki motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
If you really want to find out what you're made of, you can forget the personality tests and social media quizzes. Because the only way you're ever going to know is by heading into the big, wild, raging, so damn beautiful it hurts world and finding out for yourself. Were you born to follow a path, or were you born free? These are the things we thought about when we made the new Grand Cherokee. Made for what you're made of.
One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Honda. One man with 4 wheels strapped to a parallel twin engine. The stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Honda motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois. Tired of the side effect of side-by-side hair? Not when you have a Kawasaki. Your love of your Kawasaki Teryx 1000 will save you from side-by-side hair. Enjoy your Kawasaki on all types of terrain and magically eliminate the chance of messy, unwanted side-by-side hair. Go green this summer with Kawasaki. Get your favorite Kawasaki motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
Yeah! Side-by-side hair, just don't care.
If you call one of us, just remember, you've invited the whole pack.
Good evening. We are back. Nails is here again with 2 thumbs up because it is a night of Echo here on the NEPA TV, and we are so stoked to have you in the arena for our second match of the night. We've got Aspen Sparrows on orange and Scottsdale Slither on blue. Aspen is still trying to get their 4th in, as Defocus has just told me, but my name's Queen. It hasn't changed. Not going to. And I'm with Nails tonight. Nails, how you doing?
I'm good. We were off to a great start here. Saw some great play. I think both these two teams tonight, both coming off W's. Aspen Sparrows rolling in 1-1 for the season so far, coming off of a great win last week against Toronto. I'm looking to kind of try and continue that streak tonight against their sister team, the Scottsdale Slither. And it looks like we got Original, Vanzi, Jake there. Looking for Rockter, B-Love, or Thunderfoot to show up here shortly for Aspen Sparrows. And then over on Scottsdale, we've got Unknown, Derpy, iFoxy, and Gunny Saw. Foxy Productions now, and Gunny Saw over there on the Scottsdale Slither. Scottsdale Slither finished up really strong last season. Obviously, they're continuing that run here, coming off a 2-win streak there handily, and looking to try and continue that. These teams scrim against each other regularly, with Palace coming off of the Denver Raptors and then being the Vipers. Captain there, we're seeing a lot of similar play style here between the two AAA teams. Recent pickup, Original there for the Aspen Sparrows. Recent, I say, but at the beginning of the season here, coming in, and some great play style changes coming into the Aspen Sparrows as they're really starting to find their footing after a pretty aggressive season last year of losses. They're really turning it around here early in the season. Queen, what do you expect to see out of the Slither?
I mean, Slither, we know that we've got the chemistry already built for the side of Scottsdale Slither. Scottsdale Slither having a stack typically that's formed by siblings. I mean, that chemistry alone is insane. But then Derpy Boy, Gunny Saw absolutely put in work with one another and are a force to be reckoned with. However, I do know that for the side of Aspen Sparrows, they took home the win last week, and it was one that was well fought for. It was very well fought for. Oh, and B-Love just entering the arena as the fourth for the side of the Aspen Sparrows. And it was Aspen Sparrows that I was speaking about last game, actually, that made those changes to come back and take the win when B-Love said, admittedly, he felt checked out. He was losing the disc a lot on QB. So they make the adjustments that they need to in order to take home the win. It's just a matter of if they do it in time. So I think it really could be anyone's game.
And it definitely, and we're watching a 41-36 win there last week over Toronto, who was a strong force last season. But you have the Scottsdale Slither coming in, first game of the season against Mulberry there, 47-30. Obviously, there's been some roster changeups there across the league, but then taking Junction City 55-18. So Scottsdale Slither, like you said, really starting to find their chemistry. I think the big things tonight for the Aspen Sparrows, they played this team before in scrims there, like I talked about before. So they know what kind of to expect. But like you said, the big thing is going to be getting in between that chemistry here for the Scottsdale Slither. How do they do that? They're going to have to do that with stuns. They're going to have to do that with changing their rollouts to force more calm over on the Scottsdale Slither side and force them to make a mistake and start questioning their strategy. And not let them run away with the game. Keep the game close there. Keep those stuns coming. Break up those stacks with those stuns and force them to operate as solo instead of on these 2- and 3-man stacks, which the Scottsdale Slither have some of the fastest stacks in the league. They are really, really good. So they need to break that up. For the Scottsdale Slither, they just got to keep moving fast here, adjust on the fly, and stick to their strengths and make those passes short. Keep the calm going and continue to find those openings. They got some hot shooters there in iFoxy and Unknown. Queen, over to you. We'll see what they come up with.
We will see indeed. We are rolling right into our initial joust. First one of the night. First touch on the disc going into the hands of Scottsdale Slither, but first possession still up in the air. However, it lands in the hands of Aspen Sparrows. The long shot, no good, but recollected by Original on the floor. Oh no, who loses it to Derpy Boy? Derpy Boy clears it out. However, Jakey on the back line, turning this one right back around for the side of Aspen Sparrows. However, the clear, again, straight into the hands of the other team, and Scottsdale Slither take that one away. Jakey on the back end, though, again with that work. However, the attempted clear through from Vanzi is no good, and that slap is just off the mark as well. And it is Gunny Saw with it now on the back line.
And right now, I think both these teams really kind of feeling each other out here. Initially, Sparrows, I think they need to slow down a little bit. They're trying to compete with that Scottsdale speed, but forcing some of those mistakes. So it's clears. Ooh, nice read there by Foxy from Unknown. Brother and brother together, putting points on the board for the first score of the match. But the Sparrows, like I was saying, just slow down a little bit. Vanzi trying to get that spin clear, didn't quite get into the tunnel. They had an open lane all the way to the blue side bubble there, and it was a little bit rushed. That clear cost them the ability to maintain control of that disc there and continue to put pressure on the blue side. Slow it down, make those count there, and you will be able to put points on the board and keep this game close. Queen, over to you.
Yeah, and it is so hard to give yourself a little bit of leeway when you've got a team that you know has fast stacks like this. But what a beautiful rollout that just came out for the side of Aspen Sparrows. Oh no, and the steal back is good. Original with the magnet hands puts that one in for the 2.
Original from the clock there. Great read, keeping the pressure on the bubble there. Don't get bent out when that turnover happens in the bubble and start racing back. See if you can still affect the play, and that's what Original did. Went up there, got the disc back, found an opening in the lane there, put 2 points on the board. We're back to a tie. Queen, over to you.
Back to a tie indeed, and it's Foxy Productions with the disc now on the ceiling, but dropping down low underneath some pressure from that stack, and they do lose it here. Vanzi picking that one up, looking for the long shot, but just off the mark there. However, able to be recollected there. A quick tap into the hands of Jakey. Jakey losing this though, but able to be recollected by Vanzi. But the shot is no good, and Foxy Productions shuts that one down, clears it out through the far side tube. They've got stacks in the area, and this is what they need to be careful of. But the long shot just off the mark. Y'all need to watch this Aspen Sparrows because while that one was off the mark, it is first quarter, and they are going to warm up on those. They're going to be hitting them. Derpy Boy with it now on the ceiling for the side of Scottsdale. Slither over to Foxy Productions on the shoulder. Once more to Unknown. The attempted shot off the mark, though. However, recollected, almost momentarily by Scottsdale Slither, but it will be a brawl for the disc now.
And good pickup there. Got good fight there. Both these teams try to feel each other out, read those moves, find the open space there. Good pickup. Holds on to it a little bit too long. B-Love can't quite get the shot away there. Looking at an open goal. Going to turn over here. Unknown's going to kick it through the near side tunnel. We're off to the races here. The stacks try to get together. You see the defensive stack coming back. B-Love and Jakey on the run. Send it right back through. Nobody's in the bubble except for Original. Coming to pick it up, fine, gets a hand on the far side. Here comes the defense. Those fast stacks coming back before. Looks like I think that was B-Love could pick it up there, gets stunned out. We got in the bubble looking for an opening. Jakey finds some daylight. Sure enough, drops another 2 in there. Great fight there inside the bubble and great pressure from the Aspen Sparrows, making it 4-2.
Great pressure indeed. Good decision making there on the side of the Aspen Sparrows, able to force turnovers multiple times there, get the disc back in their possession, and find a lane to goal on that. Meanwhile, defense was already well collapsed in bubble, but oh no, this is a 1v1, 2v2, and Gunny Saw takes it in solo for the 2-pointer.
Great clear there, great stacks. You see Gunny propelling forward there, waiting for the teammate to show up, and Justin looking for the 3, sees the goalie in there, waiting for the teammate to come in and stun, finds the lane there, takes a 2, works out fine. That's some great arena awareness out of the Scottsdale Slither. We see that out of them quite a bit. Their ability to really put the speed on a play, but also put the brakes on and be patient. That chemistry you're talking about before and the comms going on of when they need to wait and when they need to shoot. Coming right back, Jake inside the bubble, tries to send one to Vanzi, looked like wasn't going to quite get there. Going to get turned over. Good clear here through the center. Takes a bouncer off a bow tie. And here come the Slither. Looking for that long 3. Ooh. Ricochet there. Not going to take that. Great grab by Foxy inside the bubble. Still looking for the daylight. Trying to get in there. Oh! The stop! The bubble got crowded there in a hurry. And they're going to put the brakes on that on the reset back out to Unknown. Queen.
Unknown with it now, looking to draw out defense. B-Love does bite on that, but the attempted pass, oh no good, but they drew out the goalie on that, and Derpy Boy plays that one off the bounce, puts it in for 2 points.
Oh, and that's a hard read there. You see the goalie, you got a loose disc floating down. It's just looks like it's just close enough to get to, and you miss it by a hair there, and now the goal is open. Say what you want. I don't play a lot of goalie, but from the limited times I have played goalie and been terrible at it, I can tell you that I would probably do that 10 times out of 10. It looks like you're going to be able to get there, and sometimes they're just a little bit faster on the movement.
Without a doubt, we've got Jake E on the ceiling now, sending a pass over to B-Love. B-Love looking to cross the arena. However, not meeting its intended target, but they still have an opportunity to pick that up. But Foxy drops to the floor to get that one. However, both getting stunned out in the process, but Foxy still walking away with that one. Sends it all the way down into the bubble. Bounce is off a flat wall into the hands of Gunny Saw. Gunny Saw on the boot, and decides to back this one out as defense has returned home. Gunny Saw with it now, looking over to Foxy Productions. Foxy Productions has one in front, but does get them stunned out. It is Unknown doing a little dance before putting that one in for 2.
And great bro-to-bro read there. Foxy sending it to Unknown. And, great read there by Gunny, dropping it back out. Didn't want to force the shot there. It's still a close game. Knew that he could back it out to the back line and then play it forward there with a little bit of time there. That's the arena awareness I was talking about before, and that is what makes the Scottsdale Slither very deadly there. Another breakup from Unknown. No. Ooh, shot, still nobody home, and Foxy's going to put it away there off the flat bounce rebound for 3, taking them up by 7.
Yeah, unfortunate. That pass was straight into the hands of Scottsdale Slither, and while the first 3 was just off the mark, like I said, they are taking these, and it is first quarter, so they might not be hitting them, but I will tell you, second quarter, you will see those hit a lot more if you let that continue. Oh my, Original from behind the back. What a pass down into the bubble, and 2 more points on the board now for the Aspen Sparrows, breaking up that momentum from the Scottsdale Slither.
Great read there by B-Love to Original, and you're starting to see the chemistry develop for the Aspen Sparrows there. The great long send off the bottom. Original's right in the right place, right time, and they dunk it in for an easy 2 there. As turnover, 12 seconds left here. They come back out with the joust advantage. Slither looking again. Oh, gets stunned out. Vanzy's going to get a hand on it, but not keep it from going in. Takes him right back up by 7. That'll take us to the end of the first quarter here. 7-point game between the Sparrows and the Slither. Both teams coming out swinging. As always, we'll see what happens in the second quarter where teams really kind of start getting onto their vibe. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Hold on a minute. Did we hear that right? Dodge is making an electric car?
We're talking hypothetical, right?
Surely you jest. Dodge? You mean the people who devised the legendary 426 Hemi and sunk it into a sublime missile? You mean the Dodge that created the Hellcat Red Eye and the most powerful muscle car in the world? Makers of the 840 horsepower wheel-standing Demon? Why on God's green earth would Dodge ever build an electric car? Anybody? Any thoughts out there? Hello?
Good evening. We are back. We are ready to rock and roll into our second quarter of the night. This is typically the quarter where you see the teams have now learned one another in the first quarter and are now ready for some serious action. So let's kick off our second initial joust here. First touch on the disc. Oh no, going to the side of Scottsdale Slither, but the Aspen Sparrows maintaining that possession, stealing it away quite quickly here. And this is points as Original takes that one in beautifully, just like a ballerina.
Yep.
For 2 points.
Yep. It's ballet. It's
ballet.
It's Swan Lake, y'all. Swan Lake. That's a ballet for those of you who aren't familiar. But the great work there and picking up the neutral joust. You saw the Slither only sent 2 forward there. Great work leaving somebody back there in the bubble, but you know, a 4v2 there, you got a lot of options, and sure enough, they turned those into points. Good send from Gunny over on the near side. Not going to find the mark there as Jake picks up. Oh, bad clear there. Ends up in a turnover. Back to the back line. Unknown. Bringing it in. Look for options. Here comes the 2-man stack. Got 1 in the goal. 2. Getting crowded there inside the bubble. Gunny picking it up. Looking for options. Again, great bubble defense there by the Sparrows. Forcing that back out to Unknown. Oh, and Unknown mishandled, but gets it right back. Sends it inside the bubble there. And they're looking for options. Loose disc. Good pick up there by Jake. Got time. Looking to send that clear. The stacks are getting together. And through the center. Ooh, Foxy there picking that up. Queen, over to you.
Yeah, Foxy with quite a read there. Breaks off the stack, grabs the disc, and turns this one right back into the hands of Scottsdale Slither. It is still Foxy with it, approaching fringe of bubble once more to Derpy Boy, but the stop from the Aspen Sparrows. Oh no! Unknown able to steal that one away, but the shot just off the mark, and it is Vanzy getting a hand on it and clearing it through the far side tunnel. The clear is all the way down and good. We've got stacks coming in from both sides. Jake E returning with a disc before anyone from Scottsdale Slither can make it home. That is 3 points over the Sparrows.
And great work there by the Sparrows. Got those. They were a bit slow to get that defense back on that last offensive push. There was a 2-man stack there. Getting it together. They get in. Good break up there. And then great pause by them to wait till that stack is good to go and send that long clear down. And great positioning by the stack. Good break up there by Original. Picks that up right back. B-Love looking for the 3.
Ooh.
Oh, that was close. Not quite on the mark there, but definitely forcing a reset out of the Slither as here they come here looking for an open goal, and Foxy finds it. Original can't quite get back in time, takes him right back up by 5.
I'm telling you, Nails, I said it all first quarter, but mark my words, if they keep leaving that open, Scottsdale Slither, this is the quarter they're going to start hitting him, and they will not stop. They won't. Aspen Sparrows have to find a way to return home on defense quicker. But it is B-Love with it now over to Original. Oh no, who loses that right away from long 3. I mean, I didn't cast or curse it, right?
I got your back. I got your back. Nope, no caster's curse at all. I'm just glad I didn't say it.
Just don't say that ever again. Definitely didn't curse it, but also don't do it again.
Yeah. We're like, just go ahead and keep that one to yourself.
Oh no, that's another breakup. My Lanta, however, the pass off the mark, but Foxy able to maintain this possession here, does a little flip onto the ceiling, and is juking to try and buy themselves some time to allow their team to move up here. All the way back to Gunny Saw now, and underneath some pressure, sends it up to Unknown on the ceiling. Unknown looking down low for Foxy. Foxy taking the shot from under goal for 2 more points.
Yeah, and not able to get the rest of the defense back there. It was essentially a 2v4 in the bubble. You had a 2v4 against the Slither. They are going to find that lane, and they have plenty of shooters on that team that are going to put drop those 2-pointers in or those 3-pointers in, because they have the passing, they have the speed in order to make that happen there. And another kind of scuffed clear, but good pickup there by B-Love there on the back line, moving it right back forward. Again, looking for the press inside the bubble. Nobody's home. Looking for the punishment. Not quite able to make that happen. Just out of reach. And it's going to be a turnover again here. We'll see if the back line can get back. And now here those stacks come from the Slither. Look out. Queen.
Derpy Boy with it, looking for a clear of their own. Does take some wonky bounces, but Gunny Saw able to slap that one out. The disc is in the bubble, but everyone overshooting it there. Oh no, B-Love getting stunned out, but the stacks come in for the side of the Aspen Sparrows, and Vanzy gets a hand on it. They are ready to go. Jake E getting leached, though. Quite a good one from the side of Scottsdale Slither, and that possession is back in their hands now. However, it was a pass down to the stack.
Nice.
Quite a beautiful, beautiful decision to be made there. Unknown sending it up to Gunny Saw. Gunny Saw with it now on the floor. Gunny Saw backing this one out all the way to Foxy Productions. Foxy looking to draw out the defense and get that numbers advantage again. And they bite. They do bite. And the pass is sent up to Unknown. Unknown now drop into the trap again, looking to do the same thing. This team is playing very smart, getting that numbers advantage, and they do so once more to Foxy Productions, who sends that in from the ceiling.
Yeah, and we talked about it first game. Like, you have got to slow down that 2-man stack between Unknown and Foxy. If Foxy's around you, and even if he doesn't have the disc, stun him so you can slow down that clockwork timing that the Slither have, and open yourself up for some options to break up some passes, cause some errant passes, and force a loose disc turnover. As Jake comes right back out, sends that high up to the ceiling, already under pressure. Original looking for options, gets broken up by Derpy, but gets it back. Moving right back forward, taking his time, trying to find some options to drop into the bubble. There it is to Vanzy. Vanzy gets jumped by 3 players from the Scottsdale Slither, and the goalie back there doing some work to break some stacks. Wow, you didn't see it, but they're on the mini map. Like, I think that was Derpy. As soon as that disc got loose, Derpy rolled right back into all 4 players for the Aspen Sparrows and started punching everybody he could find to break up those stacks, and it gave them plenty of time to find those points.
Yeah, beautifully done. Beautifully done. The stacks were ready. The clear was good. They got that one off. B-Love with it now underneath pressure from 2 players. Gets the pass off to Original, though. Original over to Vanzy. They are buying themselves time here, looking to maintain this possession. Vanzy with it now. Drop into the floor. Has 1 defender on them. Sends it up to Jake E. Jake E able to get around 1 defender, but the stack is incoming and passes it over to Original. Original backing this one out to Vanzy. Now Vanzy on the floor, looking to play that monkey in the middle. Get the stacks broken up, create the numbers advantage. This is smart play coming in from the side of Aspen Sparrows. Even though the clock is ticking down, they know they've got 2 more quarters and they can do it. Oh no, but that miss pass costs them that possession there, and it is back in the hands of Scottsdale Slither now, and it's Unknown with it on the wall, sending the pass down low. They've got 3v2 here, 3v1 rather. Oh man, and Foxy puts that one in for 2 more points.
And Foxy on a tear, like we talked about before. They good initial passing there, good patience from the Sparrows. But the Slither, as soon as they find some sunlight, man, they are out. They got those stacks together and move forward. And then once you get all 4 of them in the bubble, look out, because they are going to start beating up that goalie. And that team chemistry is really going to come into play to know where you need to be to help out your teammate to open up those avenues. And Cheat Grill, I'm not giving away any secrets. Anybody that already know, I just call them what I see. Call them what I see. I see the same stacks happening again and again, and the same assists happening again and again. And get me to Foxy.
My.
There it is, and that'll take us to the end of the first half. 18-point lead with the Slither over the Aspen Sparrows. Maybe time for a change-up for the Sparrows. We'll see what they come back with. We'll talk some analysis here over the break. Right back with the halftime show.
Tired of the side effect of side-by-side hair? Not when you have a Kawasaki. Your love of your Kawasaki Teryx 1000 will save you from side-by-side hair. Enjoy your Kawasaki on all types of terrain and magically eliminate the chance of messy, unwanted side-by-side hair. Go green this summer with Kawasaki. Get your favorite Kawasaki motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
Yeah! Side-by-side hair, just don't care.
Hold on a minute. Did we hear that right? Dodge is making an electric car?
We're talking hypothetical, right?
Surely you jest. Dodge? You mean the people who devised the legendary 426 Hemi and sunk it into a sublime missile? You mean the Dodge that created the Hellcat Red Eye and the most powerful muscle car in the world? Makers of the 840 horsepower wheel-standing Demon? Why on God's green earth would Dodge ever build an electric car? Anybody? Any thoughts out there? Hello?
We are back, ready to bring you your halftime show brought to you by Big St. Charles Motorsports. But you know, I'm gonna actually hand it right over to you, Nails. What are you seeing? Because I feel like you might have some good intel on both teams.
Maybe a little bit of skin in the game. You never know.
You
never know.
Might. Maybe.
Yeah, possibly. It's impossible to be biased. This is like the first game where I'm not biased because I'm evenly split between both teams. But that said, we talked about it. Second quarter is when teams wake up, and we watch the Slither wake up, and that's exactly what happened. A lot of those fast stacks from them. Derpy doing some outstanding work on the defense there, slowing those stacks down. I know the Aspen Sparrows rolled in knowing that they had to have those stacks together, right, to compete with that speed from the Slither. And right now, I mean, possession is going to the Slither. Shots are going to the Slither, obviously, and stuns are going to the Slither. Right now, the Aspen Sparrows, like we talked about, need to break up that chemistry. How do you get in between the seams of that chemistry? You have to start stunning. So on those, they've got to make sure that they're getting over past the neutral zone to force the Slither to start to collapse and break up that spacing that they have. And as they work their way back on that defense, even if you don't get inside the bubble, there's a turnover, start stunning out the first Slither you see and slow down some of that chemistry. As they get their stacks together, they're going to be trying to do the same to you, but it'll buy you time to get back. And so that if your stacks are not as fast as a Slither, it'll give you time to get back to that loose disc and then can regain control and continue to keep that offensive pressure. And as you get past the neutral zone, every single time you're going to force the team to collapse and work their way back over to their side of the arena and force that spacing that they've been using against you on the offensive side with those great passes and not allow those open lanes and for them to get into the bubble with those fast stacks and start to pressure your goalie. The Sparrows, I think, are doing some great work there with their rollouts. Their passing and placement is just, you may have to collapse down to some shorter passes there in order to kind of to enable that forward movement into the disc. And for the Slither, keep doing what they're doing. You saw them practicing their Derpy and Gunny were practicing their stacks there during the break. That speed is their lifeline. And as long as they keep that speed, keep those passes coming and keep it opening up those lanes, I think they have the chemistry they need to continue to maintain control of this game. Right now, the Sparrows need to get that momentum back and control the tempo by putting some points on the board, preferably some threes. Queen, over to you.
Yeah, another thing too, Aspen Sparrows, I do notice they're making a decision a lot of times to push defense with a stack, but Scottsdale Slither has too many shooters for you to push two people out of bubble potentially to get stunned. So maybe switching to a man coverage would do them some justice there in the bubble. But this is in the hands of Scottsdale Slither right now. Foxy Productions has the disc on the wall, but B-Love able to snatch that one away. Looking for an option, does get it cleared out through the top high of the arena. Bouncing off the nest there, giving some time for Original to pick that up. Looking for the behind the back, no look, but just off the mark. Foxy Productions with it, but does lose it. However, it's back into the hands of Scottsdale Slither as Unknown picks that one up and looks for a clear through the far side tunnel, but B-Love is there before their stacks are ready. Looking to cross over to Original. Original back to B-Love, playing a little monkey in the middle with that stack and breaking it up. Nails, are they listening to you, cats?
What? This better work or my credibility is shot.
Oh, man, and the headbutt is good. Original gets it momentarily. But it does get slapped out of their hands, but disc still in the air in terms of possession. Original able to get the hand on it and does get it cleared out in their area, but they've got players there, and it is Unknown picking it up, but only momentarily as B-Love steals that away with his magnet hands. My goodness, Jake E with a defender on their toes holds it just too long, and that's a turnover as the Scottsdale Slither have it, but Original with a fantastic leech, able to get a hand on it, break up that stack, that momentum, gives defense time to return home. Gunny Saw with it now underneath the pressure, does get the back pass out to Unknown. Unknown over to Foxy Productions, a little bit of an ambitious shot with a goalie. Jakey does deny that one. Unknown picked back up, however, into the hands of Vanzi, who does get stunned out. Original getting the slap. But Unknown picking that one up for the side of the Slither, sends it up to Gunny Saw. Gunny Saw off the backboard, but denied again by Jake E. The clear is good. It makes it past the defender there, but no stacks just yet for the Aspen Sparrows. There they come. They heard me. Original, but it is denied by Gunny Saw.
And then it collapsed back here, and they have been doing a great job of just slowing down that tempo for the Slither. We've gone... what are we looking at? Almost 3 minutes here into this round, 2.5 minutes into this round. Still no scores here, and a lot of pressure coming from the Slither as well as the Aspen Sparrows. Some good cross play here, some back and forth as both teams are trying to find an opening here. Got to tighten up those passes a little bit from the Sparrows, but I think the Slither, another great by Original. And we got a 2v2 here in the bubble. Going to get jumped there as that Slither stack comes back, using that speed to their advantage. Foxy and Unknown, surprise, surprise. Kicking it right back here, and we got a reset. Foxy, first one to it, sends it through, waiting for the stacks to come through. Here they come.
Oh, no way.
What?
No way.
What? Wow, 46 meters off the floor. Foxy, whew. Fire, son, fire.
Foxy is built different. Let's just say that.
Wow. Great shot there, and Sparrows here on the joust advantage. Looking to recover here. Again, great work from them initially. They're just holding the Slither at bay and putting the brakes a little bit on that momentum. Not much you can do there with that long shot. Come back in, but again, bringing that pressure, you see that the defense again from the Slither just forcing these passes from the Sparrows and trying to force this turnover, just harassing the offense. Good pickup there, cross to Jake. Jake looking inside the bubble, a little bit off there on the comms on where he expected B-Love to be, but now we got ourselves a loose disc as everybody starts playing the stun game, coming right back at it. Here comes Jake looking for options, slowing it down. B-Love right back, trying to find a way inside the bubble there. Right back down to Jake. Jake up to the top, to the clock. Vancy can't get a hand on it. It's going to fight Foxy for it. Foxy's going to put the stun on before he can get his hands on it, and we got our clear through the far side of the tunnel. Queen, over to you.
And we've got players in the area for the side of the Slither. Gunny saw up to Derpy Boy for the 3. Wise decision, not needed in this case, but does not ever hurt when you've got another quarter and a half to go to make sure that you've got a comfy cushion for yourself.
Yeah. Come right back out on the joust advantage there, and now there. Oh, good juke there by Original. A little dusty. Keeping it moving. Keep it moving, player. Keep it moving. Send over to B-Love there, and right now, oh, B-Love gets jumped by Foxy. He's coming in quick, trying to get that disc back. It's a stun off. There enables a takeover, but Foxy coming right back there on the revenge tour. He's going to get that right back. As they try to clear it out, Original right back into the bubble. Here we go. Got to find those options from the nest. Vancy trying to find a way in. Sends it right back. Oh, great work by Unknown there and Derpy inside the bubble. Put the brakes on the Aspen Sparrows play, Queen.
And picked up now by Foxy, looking at an open goal. Oh no, but the shot just off the mark there. Not typical for Foxy. Original able to get this pickup here, sends it through the near side tunnel. The clear is good all the way down, but the stacks are broken up for the side of the Sparrows. However, Vancy still able to get a hand on it, sends it over to Jake E, who does some juking to find that lane into the goal, and 2 more points to the Sparrows.
And another 60 seconds there between goals. Both these teams, you see both of them changing their strategy, stepping it up a little bit, and really forcing each of these teams to work their way inside the bubble there. I think the Slither had a couple opportunities from open threes. Did not make that happen there. And the Sparrows there just still working on getting those stacks back in time as we are now on a 1v2 inside the bubble, and the defensive stacks have yet to make it back. Finally get there just in time. Vancy's going to get a hand on that, send it right back forward, and now they got to axe Unknown. Again, first one there. Jake bringing the pressure, trying to slow this down. Has forced them to get rid of it. Still haven't made it past the neutral zone yet, and just like that, Vancy gets a hand on it, but able to regain control there. Derpy over on the near side.
Oh,
and then
no.
is to Foxy for another 3, finding that open goal.
Yeah, that hurt. That aggressive double stack push is a risky move. I mean, the Scottsdale Slither are doing a lot of wasting the clock there when they go to push bubble. But you do risk those moments of leaving your goal wide open. And like I said before, this team is a team filled with players who have a good shot. They are going to make those long threes. Oh no, Original steals that one, but then gets it stolen back, and Scottsdale Slither are back with the possession here as Unknown looking for a 3 into the bottom pocket, but just off the mark. However, recollected by Derpy Boy, who sends it back to Gunny Saw. Gunny Saw on the back line, passes it up to Unknown. Unknown, not under too much pressure, does back this one out. Again, looking to buy themselves time here. Oh my Lanta, a little bit of a mishandle on the disc, but Foxy Productions does correct that mistake, picks that one up, sends it over to Derpy Boy. Derpy Boy, underneath some pressure, backs this one out, and this is the name of the possession game. This is exactly what they're doing, but here we go. The attempt to push just off the mark there. Vancy getting a quick slap on it, but not enough to get it out there. And Derpy Boy finally finishes the job there with seconds left on the clock to get 2 more points on the board.
Yeah, and great work. I think that was Unknown there inside the bubble. You see, as the disc was outside the bubble, Unknown came in, stunned out the goalie, right? And just as I didn't see who was playing goalie, maybe B-Love was getting the legs back under him there, is going to be immediately under pressure. Just enough time for them to put another 2 points on the board from Derpy. That'll take them to the 40-point mark. We'll be right back with a quick commercial break for the 4th and final quarter of this game.
One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Honda. One man with 4 wheels strapped to a parallel twin engine. The stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Honda motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
And
Good
we
evening.
are. You
sorry.
no, you first. You first.
Good evening. We're back.
Hi, we are back indeed for the fourth and final quarter of the Aspen Sparrows versus Scottsdale Slither. Scottsdale Slither started to pull away here, and I think the Sparrows made some good adjustments. They were doing some good work to really slow them down, but then a little bit of those passes are going errant, and some of those scuffed clears not making it through the neutral zone. Talked a little bit about that. They've got to get past that center point. Every time they were getting over there, they were putting pressure on the goal. Had to be patient with the disc, right? But you will get enough effort and enough times, right? You'll start putting points on the board, but you got to make sure those clears are counting as you get through. You can see the Scottsdale Slither, just with their very quick play, are catching you in that last second. And this is what they do to every team they play. They catch them in that last second where they're making that assessment of where they want to send the disc, and right as they're getting ready to send it, the Slither come there and get a steal and force a change of possession. They're inside the bubble again, looking to break that up. Oh, good grab by Vanzi. Again, looking to get rid of that. Good long clear through the center. Good read. And it's 1v1 inside the bubble. 2v1. Wait.
Oh.
I don't know what happened with that one. Queen, I'll let you digest that one.
Shot is slightly off the mark, but that's okay because Sparrows recollect this one off of the clear and maintain the possession here. B-Love with it just before getting stunned. Send a pass over to Jakey. Jakey looking for a mail slot, and it is good for 3.
There it is. And that right there is textbook. That's what they need to be doing there. That wide open goal there. They brought the players forward. The Slither love to operate in that 2-man stack. But like you said, the cost of doing that when you got 2 of those running around is you're leaving a lane open. And great on Jake and B-Love finding that hole in the mail slot and sending those points in. Immediately back on the defensive here. The Slither get a good, nice long clear. And Gunny's going to find that too there. 1v1 inside the bubble.
Yeah, beautifully done there. That rollout was quite interesting. It was a long pass over to Gunny Saw on the ceiling off of bounce. Gunny Saw able to receive it with 2 goalies. Both end up jumping to attempt to steal the disc there, leaving the goal wide open. But that's all right because they've got another opportunity here to put the arena into their control, and Original down in a bubble of their own. Oh, B-Love is in the area on the ceiling. Oh, no, but does get stopped as Gunny Sauce stuns him out and steals that one. Derpy Boy looking to finish the job on the clear here for the side of the Scottsdale Slither, but Jake E in the area denied possession. Looking to get this one cleared out, but the stacks for the Slither were ready for that. However, the pass slightly off the mark here. Jake E is able to recover that again, sends the clear out almost all the way through, but picked up again by Scottsdale Slither. Gunny Saw with it just outside of fringe bubble, passes it back to Derpy Boy. Derpy Boy up high to Foxy Productions, looking for one off the backboard, but takes an unfortunate bounce there. However, it is back right into the hands of Unknown to Derpy Gunny Saw, who puts that in for 2 more points.
And Original gets a hand on it there, not quite able to stop it. But those clears, got to get those clears through. Got to get them through the neutral, man. Because as soon as they bounce back, you're going to see the Slither immediately fan back out, and they were so fast that they immediately retain their positioning. An Original getting stunned there on the rollout, and here they come right back for another 2. And I want to say that was Unknown who brought that pressure. It's either him or Foxy, and going to catch Original right off the nest there on the rollout.
Yeah, well done. Aspen Sparrows feeling the pressure of this. I know that this is a team that doesn't just give up, but maybe again need to do something a little bit different. And a scuffed launch or a scuffed rollout. Maybe there's something different that they needed, quite honestly, because we've got Jake E able to walk this one up quite far. Stacks being stunned. Vanzi with it now underneath some pressure, but does a duck to get around Foxy. Foxy just making it over there. Jake E wants to B-Love, right? Yeah, it was B-Love on the floor. Gunny Saw getting a hand on it momentarily, but not enough to not count here. and 2 more points into the hands of the Aspen Sparrows.
Great work getting that timing down for the Sparrows. You saw them holding on to the passes just long enough, not too long, and getting in front of the defense there of where they want to send that disc before they have to make a decision on the fly, forcing a joust advantage here back over to the Slither. Whoa!
Ooh.
Sir. 11 meters there with the double ding for the 3. Aggressive, had that angle lined up, very shallow, but had it dialed in.
Dialed in indeed, and what a spicy shot coming in from Foxy Productions. Disc back into the hands of the Aspen Sparrows now, and out from the tubes. They did get that launch out properly. B-Love sending it over to Jake E looking for their options. Oh no, but the stack incoming and no communication means that they lose that possession there, and the slap out from the Slither is good all the way. No way.
No.
No way. No way.
What?
Unknown. What?
Runs in the family.
It does. It's their DNA.
Yeah.
We're both built different.
Yeah. Wow. The Echo Twins strike again.
They do indeed, but Aspen Sparrows are back and ready to rock and roll, trying to get some more points on the board. B-Love sending this one down to Vanzy. Vanzy looking
nice.
at open goal, and that is 3 points. They needed that to break the momentum. Now they need to find their own.
Yeah, and that right there, I mean, that rollout made all the difference, right? They got through neutral zone, and again, teams that stack really fast, like the Slither, especially on their rollout, if you can get past that initial joust of and bombardment from the defense, you've got open lanes all day long to make that happen, and that's exactly what they did there. Had plenty of time there for Vanzy to line it up. 3 on the board, and right now we are back in the offensive push, but again, that 2-man defense right there to answer. Foxy sends it forward, and here come the stacks. Again, 2 of them getting stunned out there in the back. Eventually, everybody gets into the bubble. Ooh, but not before Unknown can take a bank shot there. Sends one in for a withdrawal for 3 points, taking him up to 55.
Up to 55, indeed. That was Unknown looking to buy some time, back it out of bubble, and hit the 3-pointer. Original goalie that returned home, or defensive stack, both overshot goals. So the second stack returning was unable to orient themselves inside a goal before shot was made from Foxy there. And oh no, that is a disrupted rollout possession into the hands of Scottsdale Slither. But B-Love looking to take that one away. However, saw getting in that lane, denying that 3-pointer for the side of the Aspen Sparrows, and it's Unknown with it now underneath some pressure from B-Love. Sends a pass over to Derpy Boy to Foxy Productions, but a mishandling on the disc does put it in the hands of the Sparrows momentarily. Vanzy finishing the clear. Original, no way, right on target for the disc, but does get stunned out in the process, and the stacks there for the Slither are good with a quick slap and a read on that disc. Foxy for another 3-pointer.
And just like that, those stacks coming right back to open that up. And I've noticed a lot here for the Sparrows. The stuns, they're really getting jumped for those stuns from the back. And I mean, again, that's classic Slither play, right? They bring that 2-man stack in very, very quick from the back. And, if your comms are not dead on, you're going to get a turnover. And that's how they operate. It's very, very effective for them, and it's very, very effective speed play. And they've been using it to their advantage all night here. But coming back into the bubble here, Original, trying to find some breathing room. Back to the clock, does not connect. Right back over to the near side. 17 seconds here left. Looking to put a couple more points on the board before the end of this game. And Jake comes in for that slam dunk. Good moves there. Ducks a defense. Got some good teammate play there to stun out the goalie. Dumps it in for 2. That'll take us to the end of this match. 58-23 in favor of the Slither. Nice work here by both teams. I think we saw some great adjustments coming out of the Aspen Sparrows, especially after the halftime when the stun brigade began. But really fighting that chemistry. And I mean, we saw this with the Royals, remember, at the end of last season. And another team with great, strong chemistry. And that is a hard thing to defeat and really find an effective counter strategy against anytime you're playing a team like that. And that's what we saw tonight here from the Slither. Some very close game there at the first quarter, but then steadily as they kind of got on their game, and that chemistry really started to kick in. We saw them do what the Slither always do there, start to pull forward, and then start opening up those 3-pointers and really start to stretch out that lead. And great positioning to break up those plays in the midfield and keep those teams from getting through. From the Sparrows part, I think they made some good adjustments initially, and I think after that, the thing that really started, that was really just biting them, was they were not getting those clears through. And again, I'm harping on it all the time, but the speed. As soon as that loose disc occurs and you don't force that defense to collapse, this team has the speed to get to that loose disc, and you're still on your side of the arena, still in a defensive crouch. And now everybody's already eyeing that clear, and if that clear doesn't go through, you have to drop right back into a defensive crouch. And I think that's what was really biting the Sparrows their second half, which allowed this game to really open up in favor of the Slither, is those scuffed clears. With that said, I think I'm kind of a toss-up tonight for the Slither's player of the game. So we got Foxy, who went on a rampage, as always, 28 points, 2 assists, 2 saves, 2 steals, and 47 stuns. But Derpy and Unknown, like Derpy, 3 assists, 9 points, 41 stuns, doing some great work to start to slow down the Aspen Sparrows stack in the backfield there. Was just some great work on Derpy's part. But I also think Unknown, with 13 points, 8 assists, and 37 stuns, it's a toss-up for me between Unknown and Foxy on who's going to walk away with the Stuntman tonight, brought to you by Holzhauer Auto Motorsports, purely because of those 8 assists and 13 points. Like, Unknown was such a counterbalance here for the Aspen Sparrows, trying to get those plays together and really feeding the rest of the offense there with those 8 assists. Queen, I'll let you make the decision. But 37 stuns, handily putting the brakes on the play, and 8 assists.
I have to agree. My toss-up between the two of them as well. The 8 assists is really what is impressive to me. That just your mentality when you've got 8 assists on the board like that is you are really looking to utilize your possession time in order to make sure that it's resulting in points on the board. So whether it's buying your teammates time, finding the proper lane that you know is going to be able to result in points on the board, it's very easy to buy into the desire to just drive goal. It is very hard to fight that instinct and set your team up so that you make sure you make the most of your time with the disc. And so I think for that, I'm going to actually have to give it to Unknown, because I just convinced myself somehow in talking in a really long circle.
Well, I mean, 8 assists, right? That's 2 points at least per assist. You're looking at 29 points, potentially also responsible for Unknown, with 37 stuns as well. But just the arena awareness there and the ability to feed the team is something that does not get a lot of credit in Echo, right? We focus a lot on who's scoring. And I think with just able to set up Foxy for those shots and put those points on the board was huge. That said, they're in the same house, so they're in the same family, so they can split the Stuntman Award if it's really that big of a deal.
Yeah, definitely a huge shout out. And one thing I will say too is that you don't see on the stat board is Derpy Boy and Gunny Saw were doing a lot of work that you pointed out in the cast on the backfield. Derpy Boy and Gunny Saw were making sure that the stack that was running around defensively for the side of the Aspen Sparrows got stunned out on the back line, so they were no longer able to return and be a defensive wall for the side of the Aspen Sparrows. So, I mean, work doesn't always just come in the form of, the stats that are shown there. It comes from watching the entirety of the arena. So they were definitely doing things to make sure that Foxy Productions and Unknown were able to successfully do what they needed to do in the bubble there. But absolutely, I have to say, I'm definitely going with Unknown.
There you have it.
But Foxy, fantastic game for sure.
There you go. Unknown with the Stuntman Award for tonight. Congratulations, with Foxy coming in close second. And really for the whole team, because like we talked about, their chemistry was just on point tonight. With that, we're going to take a quick break. We'll roll over to the interview, and we'll talk to your W taking home Scottsdale Slither. And we are back. We're here with your Scottsdale Slither, taking home the W tonight, 58-23 over the Aspen Sparrows. Gents, congratulations on another W. This is, 3 for you now? Undefeated so far for this season?
Yes, sir.
All right. And we'll get it out of the way. So we had a mad toss-up, right? Like, we really wanted to give all of you the Stuntman Award as a team, because you guys, your chemistry is just outstanding, and that shows. We'll get into that here in a second. Then we narrowed it down to Unknown and Foxy, and Unknown coming in with those assists, 8 assists, 13 points, 37 stuns, just really an enabler for tonight. And I think we settled on Unknown, but because you guys are related, you guys can split it if you need to. But just a fantastic job all around for you guys. Congrats to you, Unknown, for taking home the Stuntman Award for tonight. But the Slither tonight, you guys were on fire. So we watched a really close game first quarter, and then we watched you guys start to kind of pull away there in the second quarter with that speed. So talk to me, any changes you guys made in from between the first quarter and the second quarter that really kind of got you into the vibe, or was that just kind of your standard warm-up pace?
I mean, I think most of it came with warm-up. We warmed up on a worse server, not necessarily
Nice.
on purpose, but it kind of set us off with stacks and stuff for the first part. So coming into it and going into the second half, it definitely started to speed up some because we're actually getting warmed up on this server versus being on a worse ping. So.
Yeah, well, there you have it coming in, and it definitely showed there in the stacks. We saw in third quarter, Sparrows kind of changed up their play a little bit. They were doing a little bit more stunning, and which was kind of slowing down your guys' pace a little bit. And I think we went 2.5 to almost 3 minutes there between goals there from that third quarter. What did you guys change up there to start getting around a lot of that stunning that was kind of breaking up your flow in the chemistry?
We really just played them more, like just played them boost, just kind of, because our stacks did in the end be a little faster and got to get a little quicker because they kind of focused on stunning us instead of getting stacked.
There you go. And then as you guys were getting those stacks together.
Yeah, I turned it back around on them and I started stunning them more than they can stun us, so they couldn't get back downfield.
Yeah,
We did shout that out too.
Yeah, speaking of Derpy, I loved when you rolled back into the goal and just stunned like 3 people. And it completely broke up their defensive stacks coming back. But that goes to, we talked a little bit about that, Derpy and Gunny there on the back line. The defensive stack just doing great work, slowing down the Aspen Sparrows get back stacks for the defense and really opening up those lanes for those threes that Foxy and Unknown were sinking. But that goes unmentioned a lot in teams and on just that defensive ability for whoever your backstack is to really start to slow down the defense for the other team and enable your strikers to get in and find those lanes that are open, especially when you got some hot shooters like Foxy and Unknown. Talk to me a little bit about your guys' defensive strategy between you and Gunny. And oh, by the way, I saw you guys practicing your stacks there in the halftime between Derpy and Gunny. Nice work.
Yeah, I mean, more or less our defense was sort of preventative measures. We just kind of analyzed what they did and tried our best to stop it. Because they can't do anything if they don't get the disc, so that's just kind of what we worked on most.
And the last thing we kind of wanted to pick up on was your guys' positioning. So you guys were, in addition to having the fast stacks, but I think your guys' positioning there with the loose disc, every time there was a turnover or a scuffed clear, you guys seem to be in the right place at the right time and having that good spacing there across the arena. How do you guys coordinate that with your comms, or is that just kind of a result of positions you guys play?
I really don't know. We kind of just started having fun in it. We were more focused on having fun that match and not necessarily too worried about what was actually going on. So I think that lightened up the mood a little bit too.
You can't put a price on being relaxed there during a game, especially when in a game about chemistry and teamwork there. So congrats to you guys. Any parting shots? I think we already asked you guys what your favorite Slurpee flavor is, right?
Yeah. Cherry Coke, was it?
Yeah, I think it was cherry Coke. It was somebody had a mix. I don't remember who it was, but
Coke and cherry.
Yeah, that's right, Coke and cherry.
Yeah.
But you guys got any parting shots? I know you guys are rolling into next week's game. You guys are on fire this season. and definitely looking to take it all the way there to playoffs. Still a long road to go, but you guys are firing all cylinders. I personally am super proud of you guys, but also great work so far. You guys got anything you want to leave the crowd with on your way out?
My burritos were good during the match.
Donnie, this is a captain thing. Do your thing. This is a captain thing. Go.
And nothing. All right. So get some burritos during your match, and also with a cherry Coke Slurpee, and that's basically your recipe for success.
Oh, also Grayson Juice Box Fruit Punch flavored.
There you go, Grayson Juice Box. I do love a good juice box, man. I will not hate on juice boxes. Capri Suns are kind of my jam as well. But there you have it. Congrats, guys, for all our viewers out there. Thanks for joining us tonight on the Thirsty Thursday. Don't forget to join us. Let's see, on Sunday, we've got the New Haven Ninjas versus Scottsdale Slither. You guys are up again coming up. And then the Toronto Sorcerers versus the Junction City Juggernauts at 6:45, followed by the Frisco Dragons versus the Mulberry Reverb at 8. So we got 3 games lined up for you. We got a new face and casting you guys aren't going to want to miss joining us on Sunday. And as always, there'll be plenty of Echo action here on NEPA TV. Sign up, tell your friends, follow us on all the social media outlets. Check out our new website. It is dope. And we will see you here next Sunday. Congrats to you guys, Slither. I am Nails. Queen, thanks for joining me. And we got to focus there on production.
Yeah.
Yep, there you have it. See ya.
Seconds. This one is loose in the Destroyer zone. Collected by Saluna. Stunned out. Picked up by Game. Stunned out. Zenith with it.
This is it. Trying to clear it.
Cleared out. 20 seconds. Game gets it back here. Game turning it around. Sends this one in off of the floor. Gets it to Rosie Hope. Rosie has Zenith pressuring. 13 seconds. Sending this one in. Stunned out. No. What a shield there from Acorn.
Oh, no.
That's the finish. That's the victory. What's the clock? What's the clock?
That's it. That's it.
In the last second, the Orlando Cyclones come back 33-32. Are you kidding me?
What?
I've got nothing. You know, forget finals. What was that? What was that? No, not anymore. No.
Look at
no. Put me on camera. Put me on
that.
camera. That was unbelievable. I cannot believe what just happened. I cannot believe what just happened.
On that read.